Receivers, Cooley top of the screen against Kenneth Lyons. Red Feather to throw. Red Feather going to the end zone. It is a touchdown. Cooley, the Bulldogs have the lead.
2 to the left, 1 to the right. In the backfield is Streeter with 1 more. Hand off Streeter, going to try to find a hole. He does. He's going to try to break another tackle. He does. Out to the 20. He's going to go for the pylon, and he's going to get in to the house. Reggie Streeter with his 4th touchdown scamper of the day gives Louisiana their first lead of the day.
You might want to look at Reggie Streeter with his 4th touchdown, but watch the block here. It looked like number 59 for the Vancouver Legion here was going to have the angle on him.
On the previous play, you know, they represent the city of Broad Shoulders.
The player with railroads.
And the throw by Dunhill is complete to Jamal Wooding, and he scores the touchdown on the very next play. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Wow, Atlanta derails the Chicago defense on their play. He gets behind him.
It's just everybody let him go, and Maurice Spurgeon was the only one back.
2 backs and 3 receivers as Marconi drops to throw, and no pressure on Marconi at all. The pass is picked off, and the defender or the receiver fell over. That's Koyama Shigeki, and he scores. Touchdown Legends on a pick 6 from Marconi. And the receiver fell over as he breaks for the football. Actually, Cooley thought he had a catch and was just trying to get his feet in bounds. And the Legends.
2nd down and 6. Pine is down 4. Cantrell empty backfield, and Cantrell on his back foot. Touchdown! What a throw from Cody Cantrell to DR Sim. That was masterful.
I thought that for sure was going to be knocked away or picked off. Anytime you see any SFL quarterback scrambling out of the pocket, it's usually not a good sign, but DR Sim gets so wide open here that he has such a huge target there for
Step drop from Pickler over the middle. Another interception. Going.
Good
Had
battle.
a big game last week, and he's off to the races. No one can catch him. Baltimore are cruising here in the first half. Touchdown Vultures.
And we just talked about it. Johnny could not afford the mistakes. That's his 2nd interception thrown here in his first half. Alvin Mack, I've said it time and time again, every time I call their games, he gets sideline to sideline as well as any linebacker in this league. He takes advantage of a bad situation and turns it to 6.
They'll start off with no Jared McChesney, and Josh Miller will throw. Looking top of the screen, it's picked off right into the hands of Iverson Gamble. A great start for Arizona. Gamble chasing down to the sideline, and Jeremy Mosley prevents a touchdown. What a play for Iverson Gamble, the 7th-year corner, and what a start for the Scorpions.
So 2nd down and 10, 3 receivers. Now they go to Parker on a stretch. Haven't seen that much of the night. Breaks the tackle, and then another, and he's down at the 1. He looked into me, honestly. Let's see the replay again. Parker breaks 2 tackles. Orlando's just throwing a little bit of everything at him tonight. And he's
3 receiver set. William Dula in the gun. William Dula to throw, firing deep over the middle. Has a man, Jalen Miller, past the defenders, 5. Touchdown, Carolina. Jeff Duffy in the chat just now saying Carolina is never out of it. Don't count them out yet. Well, there you go.
Bombs away, boys. Here it comes. Down the seam, just running to go, and no one's going to catch Jalen Miller. He's the biggest receiving threat.
And Legacy both off to the right side. And Garcia will pass. Garcia's in trouble, avoids a sack, fires deep down the field. The pass is caught. What a catch in traffic! It's a touchdown! Daniel Garcia makes an incredible play, launches it down the field to Clint Myers. And Clint Myers a little upset that Studwell's getting all the love. Over the outstretched arms of A.J. Levy, and Myers gets the
Welcome to Louisiana, deep down in the swamp. There's a look at the I-10 bridge crossing over Lake Charles. Hey everybody, my name is Damon Sidney, your play-by-play commentator tonight. Alongside of me is my main man and good friend, Eddie Gage. Eddie, the Louisiana Revolution is wearing their New Orleans Pharaohs uniform gear tonight in a throwback tribute to the Pharaohs, and they're looking to spook the Atlanta Swarm. Although it is not Halloween, these uniforms has been a haunting task to the Atlanta Swarm. Tell me, what is your intake on this game? Louisiana is 5-3. Atlanta come in at 7-1 on a one-game losing streak.
First of all, Damon, first things first, SFL Nation, buckle up. What up, though? Damon, we got ourselves a great game today, and as you said, Louisiana has dominated this contest between themselves and Atlanta, winning 9 of the 11 meetings coming into this matchup. And I remember when Ashley Jackson was talking to Siege Falco, Siege said when the schedule came out, the entire Atlanta organization circled this game on the calendar and said this game is ours for the taking. We have to prove that we are for real this season, and it starts right here and right now.
You're absolutely right. Atlanta is looking to come back from that devastating loss they took last week, 48-20 versus the Minnesota Legion in their last outing on the field. Atlanta will kick the ball off. Louisiana will receive the ball. I may end up calling Louisiana New Orleans tonight by them wearing the Pharaohs gear.
They said they would wear these uniforms to remind Atlanta that although they are now the Louisiana Revolution, they shall still remain kings.
Mm-hmm. Here is the return here by Louisiana. Out, down, and tackled at the 25-yard line. We'll start off with the Louisiana offense. Quarterback, Tommy Utah. Running back, we have Randy Squarebush, and fullback Cameron Collar. Wide receivers, they have 3 of them: Liam Hammer, Lyric DaVinci, and Rigo De Niro. Tight ends are John Michael Suddett and Levi Lease, and they have 1 offensive lineman, a guard, and Ross Napoli. Here is Utah underneath the center. Utah on a 5-step drop, takes a read, pump fake, right down the middle of the field, got the strike. And that is to, looks like to, was it not Liam Hammer? That is to Dorino.
Damon, coming to this game, I talked to both coaches, and Bryant Craven said they want to come out and dictate pace, run the ball down the throat of this Atlanta Swarm defense. But today, on first down, they threw the ball deep downfield.
17-yard pickup there to De Niro on the reception from Utah. Utah on a 5-step drop. I thought he was going to go to the fadeaway to the top. No, he did stop. Dumps it off to the tight end. Suddett right there on that out route picks up the first down.
Dangerous pass as Atlanta had a defender in the area who was looking to take that back to the house had he caught it.
Crosses midfield now into Atlanta's territory. 1st and 10 here for the Pharaohs. Too quick. First down. Not to see. I just said the Pharaohs. Meant the Revolution. I tell you that was going to happen. 3-3 nickel defense here, Gage. Going to be a handoff here to Squarebush. And Squarebush going to pick up 1.
I also spoke to the Atlanta Swarm representation, Joshua Williams, and he told me he was confident, Damon, that his defense would be, in his words, not mine, A1.
Wow, that is strong words coming from Williams. And Williams has done pretty good this season defensively.
Watch for play action.
Yes, you just called it. Play action, out route. That pass is going to be caught. They're going to call him inches short because his foot was on the inside of the down marker of the chain, but I don't know. It looked like his body was on the other side of the down marker. Crossed the line to me.
First of all, let's just give him credit. That's an athletic catch. That ball was out of bounds, and he managed to bring that ball in. Great catch. 3rd and inches.
Handoff here. That's going to be no. They may want to challenge this one. I thought he got that one. That was Collier on the carry.
It was Collier on the carry, Damon. 3rd and inches, and Atlanta came out in a 3-3 nickel defense. That is, and there's a challenge flag.
Yeah, as I stated, I think he had forward progress, but they just didn't give it to him.
It was close. Let's get a look at it here on the replay.
The review. Yeah, that's like a first down to me, brother. Oh no! See, there's the ball there.
Yeah, that they might overturn that one.
They
But why is he
make
turning
it-
sideways, sir? You're a fullback. Run forward,
Yeah.
lower your shoulder, and pick up that first down.
Yeah, and Louisiana does wins that challenge.
DJ Woodson, SFL game chat saying the Jeopardy song starts watching that replay.
So that is a first down for Louisiana. They're down to Atlanta's 36-yard line now.
Strong tight end flex.
3-3 nickel defense here for Atlanta again. There's another handoff here to Squarebush. Squarebush just shoulder charges the guy high. Down to the 27 for a 9-yard gain.
And did you see him? He got hit, but he's so strong, Damon. His head jerked back as if he got fouled going down the lane for a layup, but he was able to keep going and pick up 9.
Gage, if there's another play on this drive, can you please call out the Atlanta defense for me? Oh, nice run there by Squarebush, but he gets rocked.
Gotta lower your shoulder.
Yeah.
Gotta lower your shoulder.
We'll get to Atlanta's defense here shortly. Let's look at Liam Hammer there. Came over from San Diego. Led the league in receiving yards and touchdowns last season, if I'm not mistaken. Here's Utah. Utah got an out route down to the bottom of the field. That is to the fullback. He picks up the first down to Atlanta's 15. 11-yard gain.
50 HF outs, and if they take away the deep, you got short. But talking about that Atlanta defense, Damon, defensive ends, Mickey Gibson and Billy Ray Valentine, defensive tackles, Leo Jefferson and Joshua Swole Williams, linebackers, Creo Higgins, Diamond Blackwell, and Hall of Famer Quanishine.
Here is Utah. Utah going across the middle to find Liam Hammer. No, it's not Liam Hammer. It's Lyric DaVinci on that reception. And
Didn't Liam Hammer wear number 11 last season?
Yeah, he did.
I thought so.
San Diego. And that's what made me say his name, because he did wear number. Oh, that was a drop. I thought it was a catch there.
Yeah, he did drop that one, Damon. I don't know if he got alligator arms or what, but you got to hold on to that one. But going back to that secondary for Atlanta, you got cornerbacks, Jack Napier, Don Fletcher, and Jay Miraculous. It seems like they all getting a pick six. It seems like every other week. Safeties, Moose Papineau, Grant Hardaway, and Chris King Henry.
And the kicker, Sammy Steele. Here is Utah. 4 wide receivers. Going to be play action here. Tight F trips. Out route to the top. That pass is going to be caught. 1 yard shy of the first down. 3rd and 1. Can the Atlanta defense hold the revolution?
And if the quarterback isn't late on that throw to Mon, I think it's a first down, but he was trying to look downfield. Nothing was open, and Tommy Utah missed an opportunity to allow the receiver to get the ball and turn upfield. 3rd and 1.
Yeah. 7:35 left here in the first quarter. Utah underneath the center. Look for a handoff. No, they're going to go swing pass here.
Touchdown.
To Squarebush. And Squarebush crosses Hollywood Boulevard for the first time today on a swing pass.
Louisiana marches downfield, Damon, and just like clockwork, everything was clicking for this offense. It was just a matter of time, and they got fortunate on the first down that was overturned in their favor. Scores a touchdown.
Johnny Utah 6 for 7 for 61 yards on the drive. Outstanding work by the QB.
Remember the convention, Damon, when they were playing Vancouver a couple of seasons ago? And Tommy Utah could not make it there, but his teammates were supporting him. They just kept yelling, Tommy Utah, every time he made a play.
Was that the Houston convention?
I believe it was.
They were deep.
Yeah.
They were in the corner.
Oh,
they
yeah.
had like a nice little section for themselves there.
They kept pounding the table, Tommy Utah. That was awesome.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and role-playing games into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information, visit the SFL. For more information,
Fumble!
There's a fumble on the play that looks like Atlanta recovery.
Yeah, they did.
For more information about the SFL, visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, hey, it's just football for everyone. Atlanta with a scare there on the return, Gage.
Yeah.
Almost gave Louisiana an early Christmas present, or a blessing, should we say, or maybe Louisiana is using their voodoo with these Pharaohs uniform. There's a tip pass. Oh, almost intercepted there by 28. If he sticks his hands out, Rollerman Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, he comes away with that one.
The one thing that sometimes you can get annoyed by as a coach is the on the first play the defense does not follow you. So Atlanta came out strong side left, but the defense stayed home and remained strong side right. And oftentimes, although it looks like a mismatch, it could turn into an unfortunate opportunity and a lot of defense come away with the pick, and they almost did so right there.
Yeah. We'll get to the offense of Atlanta here in just a moment. Quarterback Bryant Dynasty is underneath the center at a weak wing jokers formation here. Handoff here to the fullback. He's hit hard after picking up 2 yards. 2nd and 3 now, and that was Mitchell O'Brien. Quarterback Bryant Dynasty. Running back and Hall of Famer BDG Hollywood. Mitchell O'Brien just spoke of the fullback. Wide receivers Boo Chisholm, Hall of Famer, Siege Falco, and Kyle Fenimore, coming over from Houston 2 seasons ago, and Jamal Wooding is a tight end. Carter Hollywood and Sam Falco are offensive lineman and tackle and guard. And there's BDG Hollywood that is O'Brien again.
Yeah.
Up the middle. And man, he's getting a nice hit of steam going so far here in the game.
Split jokers, back-to-back plays. They feed the fullback on these ISO plays right up the middle, trying to catch Louisiana napping, thinking about BDG Hollywood.
Atlanta at their own 37 now. Come out in the 3 wide receiver set here for a spread.
Press man.
4-2 nickel defense. Dynasty with a sidearm throw right across the middle, and it's completion to Siege Falco for 9.
And it had to be sidearm to Mom because he had Louisiana defenders right in his face. Didn't get the greatest protection in the world from his offensive line, but it was enough for him to find Siege for a pickup of 9.
Siege Falco has been a security blanket for this Atlanta Swarm offense for ages. He's been around for so long.
A long time.
Here's a handoff here to BDG Hollywood. We was wondering when he was going to get a taste of the ball, and now he does. Down to the 33-yard line, Eddie Gage of the Louisiana Revolution for a gain of 21.
And the first thing I noticed, Damon, is both these two defenses have elected to use their nickel as a base. Louisiana went man-to-man defense. Everyone is bunched up inside. BDG bounces his outside. There's no one out there to stop him, and at that point, it's a foot race.
I got to give credit to offensive guard Gigi Gotti on a pulling on a pull there. Gave Hollywood nice open there to break through. Here's Hollywood again. Oh, almost hitting the backfield tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Defense for the Louisiana Revolution. Chance Wall, Neil Rivers are your defensive tackles. Brian Craven and Odette Budo are the defensive ends. Blake Craze, Nathan Blake, and Chuck Diesel are your linebackers. Evan Arthur, Wallerman Hood are your corners. And they have quite a bit of safeties. Mike Ryan, Tank Bennett, and Dante Grimm are their safeties. Otis Boudreaux and Walter Militia are the special teams players at kicker and punter.
Did you see that closing speed? The second that ball was out of Dynasty's hands, Louisiana.
Got you too.
You got me too. Louisiana almost took that one to the house.
It looks like Evan Arthur was in on that play there.
That was Evan.
Sorry. I was reading the roster off here.
Looks like two corners right here, Damon, out of this nickel defense.
Here's Dynasty underneath the center. They're going to bump the receivers on the outside. Right underneath is Falco. Falco is going to be short of the first down, and Louisiana's going to have to settle for a field goal here.
And that's the weakness of that two corners defense, because you have to keep guys back and honor the deep middle as you got corners on the edges playing man-to-man. Everyone else is zoning off underneath. You're going to attack that by playing short and intermediate routes in the middle to take advantage of that defense. But
Yeah.
Louisiana did their job. They're going to force. Oh, look at this.
Should be a 47-yard field goal attempt here.
Steel toe proved me wrong. I thought they might punt this one away, but shame on me. 43-yarder coming up.
There's the kick. Oh, he missed it. He hit the upright, and it did not go through.
Hit the.
And Sammy Steele is livid.
Yes, he is. You can see that ball, DeMond. He didn't get his best foot kick out on it. That ball was kind of like spiraling out of control.
I mean, if you're a fan of the old Ace Ventura movies, especially Ace Ventura 1, Lace is out.
Yeah, you just wonder if he must not have got, his solid footing on that one.
All the young people are like, Ace Ventura, what is that? What is he talking about?
They have no clue.
Here is Square Bush, and Square Bush is tackled after picking up 2 yards down to Louisiana's 35-yard line.
Billy Ray Valentine, you would think he knew the snap count, DeMond, because he was out of his stance before Dynasty even got the ball in his hands.
2nd and 8. Single back left. Formation here. Hand off to Square Bush right up the middle. And Square Bush gets hit at the 45-yard gain.
Atlanta came with a big boy pants on, DeMond, as even the secondary is coming up, laying out big hits. Moose Papano on a tackle, 6'4", 225.
One thing about this Atlanta team, man, these guys.
They hit.
They hit. I mean, they bring the hat.
King Henry said now he's mad.
Gonna go strong jokers here. 5-step drop here by Utah. Utah is met and hit hard by Billy Ray Valentine.
Not sure what he was looking at, DeMond. There's only 3 men out in the pattern. It looked a screen play, and he's got blockers out in front. What he's waiting on to let that ball go, I have zero idea.
Looked like he was looking at the ace, the single wide receiver button. I tell you who he wasn't looking at. It wasn't Billy Ray.
It was not Billy Ray Valentine. So now after the missed field goal opportunity, Atlanta's gonna dodge danger and force a punt. Look out.
Gonna bring the pressure. It's a block, and then it's a recovery for Louisiana.
No, it's gonna be Atlanta football.
That's crazy. Is that a real rule? I'm not too sure about that one.
It went beyond the line of scrimmage, DeMond, so that's going to make it Atlanta football.
Okay, so if the ball goes past the line of scrimmage, then it automatically goes.
If it was and touched by the defense, then yes.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much. So Atlanta would take over at Louisiana's 35. Here's Dynasty, right across the middle. Dynasty got a target, and that is to Jamal Wooding. Jamal Wooding, I remember his first couple of seasons, Eddie Gage, lit the league on fire.
Yes.
And then, past few seasons kind of went into hibernation. And we just haven't seen that deep threat from Wooding as we saw during that championship run season for Atlanta and the few seasons afterwards.
Audible.
Here's Dynasty underneath the center. BDG Hollywood in the backfield. O'Brien, they give it to O'Brien.
It'll be a penalty, too. Might be holding, DeMond, on Atlanta.
Yeah.
Oh, clipping, even worse.
Yeah.
That's going to set him back 15 yards. Unfortunate. And just like Houston uses you with those post corners, Atlanta, I'm used to seeing them making a living with him off those 50xz deep outs, running those skinny posts down the middle of the field.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I've come to love about Jamal Wooding is with that particular play. It's him in the slot, He didn't tight end flex or even right off the line. And there's a strike to BDG Hollywood. Get a majority of the yardage back, probably to the original line of scrimmage.
I haven't seen many games for Louisiana, so I don't know if 2 corners is something that they use religiously, but they've got it in a couple of different formations today, DeMond, and thus far, you just wonder how much homework they've done because it's been a favorite of theirs so far.
Yeah, 2 corners is it's an up and down play for me. You know, you just got to pick your poison with it. That pass is intercepted by the defense of the Revolution. And off the tip drill is Mike Ryan, the free safety, who comes away with the INT.
I couldn't see who made the initial deflection, but I think it was Tank Bennett. Demond, let's get another look at that. It is Tank.
It is Tank. Tank tried to come through and grab it himself.
Tank Bennett with the deflection, tip drill over to his teammate Mike Ryan. First down, Louisiana. Atlanta came into this game, Demond, with amongst the league leaders in turnovers allowed. And they got one here in the first quarter.
There's an ace quads formation here. 2 tight ends on the outside. Receivers are on the inside of the formation. Good dump off to Lyric Da Vinci.
I like that play, Demond, because as soon as the quarterback's back foot hit the turf, that ball was out of his hands, and it alleviates the danger of a pass rush.
Yeah. So look at 56 Cree Higgins.
Lit pro tight end off to his left.
3-3 nickel defense.
50 tight end seam.
Out route to the top of the field. That pass is caught and completed. And it looks like it's Lyric Da Vinci again. The number 2 wide receiver for this team has been basically all go for the Revolution.
And at the snap of the ball, Chris Henry came flying down to the line of scrimmage to defend the tight end. It looked like he was in an all-out sprint to get to him.
3rd target on the day for the Da Vinci. Only 1 target for Liam Hammer.
Tight triple right, look out for a stretch.
Here is Utah, 5-step drop, out route to the bottom of the field. That pass is caught and complete. And Eddie Gage, as a defensive coordinator yourself, I mean, you're seeing Louisiana with a lot of these out routes, not really targeting the ball downfield. Is it due to the defense of the Atlanta Swarm, or is it that, Louisiana has the guys to go deep. We're just not seeing it. It's probably just something that they saw on tape that they're taking advantage of with all these out routes.
Still early, too.
Here's Square Bush, and Square Bush meets Aquanta Shine and tackled and brought down after Square Bush picks up the first down. And Square Bush is slow to get up.
Slow to get up, Demond. I tell you what, I have been impressed with Atlanta defending this run game, even with this nickel set that come out here today into the first.
And not just the nickel set, the 3-3 nickel.
Yeah.
You're stopping a power back. Someone of such as Randy Squarebush, standing at 6'1", 230 pounds, and he runs with a full head of steam. With animations such as Battering Ram and Workhorse and Armor Steel. That guy is no slouch, and has the power of a bull. Here is Utah under pressure. That pass is almost intercepted by Aquanta Shine, but it slipped right through his arms, and it is a reception for Colin.
The only thing I can imagine is that he was looking at the end zone to see who was in his way, because I was sure that ball was about to get picked off. And the only person between him and the end zone were offensive lineman and a slow quarterback. He would have walked in.
I don't think any of those guys were going to catch up with Aquanta Shine, as he has a few pick six in his back pocket already in his Hall of Fame career. Power formation, and Atlanta is in a 3-3, and they basically allow Squarebush to only pick up 5 yards.
Yeah, I mean, and I think that was a safety came crashing down on the line of scrimmage. He thought he had a beat on him. That was Don Fletcher, but the guard got a hold of him.
Utah numbers so far on the day: 96 yards passing.
Out of this set, they've ran that 50 tight end seam, and there it is again.
Oh, nice catch there by Liam Hammer, stretching for the catch the ball there.
Did you see Don Fletcher? I thought he had a beat on that one too. These Atlanta Swarm, they are just missing out. You can tell they've done their homework in practice this week, Demond, and they've been ready, sitting on these routes, but the ball just got there a bit quicker than I think that he anticipated.
As Joshua Williams swore
we are so close.
We're so close. You're right. The guys are in position. The ball is just beating you there. And there's another.
Oh, got a man down.
That is
Liam
Hammer, and he is down.
Oh, and they are calling for medical attention right away, Demond. This does not look good.
No, it does not. I mean, he took a hard shot, man.
Yeah,
I
he
couldn't see
did.
who made the hit.
Oh, watch this. Turn away from his wife. Oh my goodness. I mean, he threw his body at him too. Dang. Oh my goodness.
Who made the hit? I couldn't see the number.
I'm trying to get a number. I think that was number 23, but I can't quite tell.
It probably was Moose Papino. He was in the vicinity of the free safety.
Wow, he took a shot, Demar. He may not come back to this game.
Or was it strong safety Chris Henry?
He said meet the king, so maybe it was him.
Here's a handoff here to Square Bush, and Square Bush picks up the first down.
You hate to see a man go down in a game of this magnitude, Demar, but unfortunately, it's next man up mentality.
Yeah. And that next man up would have to be Lyric Da Vinci, who's going to slide into the number 1 wide receiver spot, and De Niro slides into number 2 for Da Vinci.
So now they're in the slot. They got backup players playing. Oh, look out.
Out. I thought that was tipped it away by Don Fletcher, but it gets over his head, and Da Vinci comes away with the nice reception for 7.
And Swole has got to be on the sidelines shaking his head, asking himself, how are these passes getting through? Because that's like the 4th pass we've seen now, Demar, that could have been intercepted. Oh, he just missed it.
That was a for sure deflection there.
Demar, did his hand hit out of bounds before his knee did? I don't know. That's a completion.
Maybe so. But also, you got to give credit to Tommy Utah, because the way he's moving in his pocket. Yeah. Oh man. Chris Henry is posting scores. He just posts Texas. As a Texas fan, I have the game recorded. I cannot look. I do not want to see the outcome of the game. Thank you, Henry.
He's been doing that the past several weeks.
Yeah,
3rd down and 2 coming up, Demar.
I'm trying my best not to look at that comment section. I'm sliding something over it. 3-3 nickel defense here for the Atlanta Swarm. Square Bush right at the middle picks up the first down.
Square Bush lowered his shoulder, Demar, right at the line of scrimmage, ensuring that he would not be denied of that first down. Texas up by 32, in case you were wondering.
I don't believe that. Miami is a strong team, man. It's. I mean, the way Miami beat up on Houston. Oh man, the number 1 team out of the nation. And there's a dump off again here by Utah. This time to the tight end, Lee's the number 2 tight end. That is, he's going to pick up 1 yard in the hitch. Like he had a tight end hitch there.
Yeah, and there was also a tight end running toward the corner of the end zone. I think that was Sudduth, who was potentially open for a touchdown, but he checked the ball down. Strong power eye.
Here's a handoff hit to Square Bush. Square Bush goes the opposite direction of his blockers and goes nowhere. Picks up 1 yard. No, he doesn't go anywhere. Right back to the line of scrimmage.
Square Bush is the type of runner, Demar. He's a north-south runner. He does not need to be turning his shoulder pads toward the sidelines. Keep your shoulder pads pointed north to south, young man. Big 3rd and 9 coming up. Atlanta does not want to fall into a 2-score deficit.
No, they do not. 5 wide receiver set here. The back of the end zone could come into play here. They're going to go all slants. That pass is tipped and incomplete.
And Demar, I cannot help but be reminded of the fact that Liam Hammer is still out of this game, have not gotten an update yet on his health. Hopefully he's okay, but you just wonder how that play might have played out had he been in this game. But be that as it may, Louisiana going to set up now for a 28-yard field goal attempt.
Yep. But you got to give credit to the defense of Atlanta as well for holding the Revolution, who put a nice drive together after that interception.
Yep.
And Atlanta's, defense basically showed up on that back on the back end of the drive there. But this has basically been a defensive game, Eddie. Although Louisiana is up by 10, that's not a lot of points in the SFL, as momentum can shift and turn at any time.
I'm sitting here looking at the stats, Damon, and the eye test would tell you that Louisiana has dominated time possession, but it's actually pretty much even right now.
There's Kyle Fenimore on the return down to the 21-yard line of Atlanta. I'm sorry, of Atlanta. That's where they'll start this drive here.
Yep. Atlanta, talking to Joshua Williams, they want to get BDG involved heavily. And down 10, it is not time to get away from the game plan. You want to get this young man, a Hall of Famer, involved.
You're absolutely right, because it's only the middle of the second quarter. You know, you most definitely do not want to get away from your game plan, especially if the run is heavily involved and there's a dump off to BDG. As we know, he's even more dangerous on a reception, you know, on an out route or swing route outside of the backfield than he is getting the ball and handed off to him in the backfield.
Damon, Blake Craze is listed at 6'5", 265. And I don't know if you were paying attention, but he looks like he's about 295 out there. And he closed in on the ball carrier very quickly.
Right. He closes in on the ball so fast. Man, I can remember trying to recruit him a couple of seasons ago to come to Houston.
You too?
Yeah. There's a pass caught
great catch
by Jamal Wooding on a corner tight end post.
50Z tight end cross, Damon. Louisiana countered it with the press man-to-man defense. And anytime you do such, with those receivers packed in tight like that, there's going to be some rub routes, picks, as we like to call it, as a defense. It's going to open up that tight end for an easy pitch and catch.
And Blake Craze was on the assignment of Jamal Wooding. He couldn't keep up.
No, hard to do. And with that particular route tree, that's hard. That's a tough ask for anybody.
And with a tight end such as athletic as Jamal Wooding is. Here's a handoff here to BDG. Hollywood spread move and then nowhere to go afterwards.
Oh, Liam Hammer's out of this game, Damon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fractured arm.
If you're a Louisiana fan, that is not the news you were looking to hear.
And here in the SFL, you know, injuries is part of the game, as you stated. You know, although we hate to see someone go out of the game due to an injury, but that means that the rest of your team, your ball club, has to step up. And we've seen guys in this league step up when someone goes down.
We've seen them step up. It's a tough ask. We've seen Canton win with a backup quarterback several weeks ago versus San Diego. So it can be done, but it's tough.
Yeah, I want to say, I think last season we saw Sioux Falls, Julian Tyreek gets hurt, and the backup quarterback comes in, and they almost win the game.
50x spot.
There's an out route at the top of the field to Falco on a nice pass from Bryant Dynasty, who is now 8 for 10 so far on the day.
3rd down and 5. They had to have it, and Bryant Dynasty delivered a strike to his wide receiver, sees Falco. Move the chains.
Now in Louisiana's territory at their 47. Atlanta is putting a drive together. Split on the halfbacks. 4-2 nickel. Right up the middle is the fullback. And he picks up 2.
So far, both these teams are defending the run very well, Damon.
Yeah, they are. You're absolutely right. You know, as dynamic as BDG Hollywood is, well, we haven't seen him break for a large gain over 10 yards so far this game. And Squarebush, I want to say his longest is probably 8 or 9 yards. It is 9. There's a nice juke move. BDG Hollywood say don't speak just too soon.
He almost broke out.
BDG longest is 21 on the day so far.
Damon, this just in. Don't look now, but I've just received confirmation from a source that chooses to remain unnamed that Louisiana has defeated Atlanta in the past before with their backup quarterback, LaFouche.
Wow. Yeah, that's some breaking news right there. Here's a handoff up the middle to the fullback. 4th and inches. Not going to get it. O'Brien on the carry. But he's tackled and brought down by Neil Rivers.
Damon, this is pretty much no man's land. It's too close to punt, too far to kick the field goal. Don't be surprised if Atlanta goes for it here.
The offense is on the field, and the crowd is loud. They're hollering defense. Hand up to Brian, and O'Brien picks up the first down. I thought it was going to Hollywood.
So did I on the stretch play, but the quickest path to a destination is a straight line and give it to the fullback on the ISO play to the first down. And I'm also being reminded by this unnamed source that Bryant Dynasty loves to be reminded that they've been defeated before by this backup quarterback.
This is a nice source you have.
Yeah. And they put a laughing emoji behind it too.
Oh, wow.
Look out.
Off to O'Brien, and O'Brien is being heavy used in this offense for Atlanta today.
Don't tell me, Devon, this is not a divisional rivalry, as the DMs are blowing up right now about this rivalry. Mike St. Green is asking, did Utah get injured? He did not, Mike, but their number one wide receiver did. Liam Hammer, he's out.
Here's Dynasty. Oh, how did he get that off? Deflected away by Arthur. And I thought that was going to be patted down at the line of scrimmage.
I did too, Damon, but man, you don't want to challenge Evan Arthur too many times, especially when your quarterback is under duress. That could easily become returned the other way. Press man.
Evan Arthur has 5 interceptions so far in the season. Here's Brian Dynasty right down the middle of the field. Pass is caught and completed to Siege Falco.
Siege Falco for the second time in this game on 3rd down on this drive. Comes up with a big catch, this time on a 50X spot again. Man-to-man defense, that slot receiver is usually your target.
You're absolutely right there. 1st and 10 for Atlanta at Louisiana's 11-yard line. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Are they going to snap it before the 2-minute warning? No. There it is.
Not.
That's the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music Live.
Oh, my goodness.
You and that source is having a nice conversation.
He's doing all the talking, Damon, I promise you. If I could show you.
3-step drop by Dynasty. Dynasty dumps it off to Fenimore, and Fenimore is down to the 2-yard line. Maybe that needs to be respotted. I'm thinking more of the 3.
Yeah, and Dynasty's doing a great job right now of spreading this ball around Damon. He is not playing favorites. His favorite receiver is the open one, and right now he's just having his way with his defense.
Oh, wow.
4-2 nickel.
Here's going to be a
stretch
play to BDG, and he's going to lose 2 yards.
Brought the secondary down in the box, Damon, as an extra defender. Rollerman Hood comes up with the tackle.
Outstanding play there by the
3rd and 4. Got to be careful here, Damon.
Yeah, you're right.
They're in nickel, so they have an extra defender.
There's an out route to the bottom of the field. It passes. Siege. I'm not Siege, but Boo Chisholm took a shot by Arthur. Evan Arthur, my goodness, you need to stop it.
This is a prime time matchup, Damon. Boo Chisholm, Hall of Fame wide receiver against Evan Arthur, one of the better man-to-man corners in this entire SFL. I can't wait to see how this game plays out because I love to see these two go at it.
Man, I mean, that's like, wow. That was a nice defensive play.
It was. I thought that was a touchdown.
But the ball was thrown behind Chisholm. And let's be honest with that.
Yeah, it was.
Behind the receiver. If that ball is placed out front, Chisholm does not have to try to make an acrobatic catch. The ball is placed in front of him. He makes the catch. He probably could stretch out for the 1st down. I don't think he was going to score there because Evan Arthur was just right there in his side pocket.
Nonetheless, this is now a 1-score game. Louisiana, they've had plenty of time to talk on the sidelines about how are they going to move this ball up and down the field without their top target. He's also their return man, Damon. So a lot of talking going on the sidelines about how they're going to continue to, work this offense.
Here's the return here by Louisiana.
Nice return.
By Da Vinci.
Yeah.
Out to the 26-yard line there.
They got some big receivers. He's 6'5", 255. Some linebackers don't weigh that much, Damon.
What are you making these babies at?
I don't know, but I need to go find out so I can retire, get my son in the league. My goodness, 6'5", 255 wide receiver.
Man, 255?
for a wide receiver.
I would hate to carry
Look
him.
out.
Oh, I
Bang.
thought he was going to take a shot. I thought Square Bush was about to take a shot by Jack Napier.
Even worse, they better be looking at that ball was intercepted because they sniffed that play out for the word go.
Mm-hmm. 2nd and 11 for Louisiana. 53 seconds left on the clock here in the second quarter. It's been all a defensive battle here. Atlanta put together their best drive on the last possession.
Play action coming up.
4-2 nickel is the defense here. These linebackers stay into play. They should have a good shot. They dump off to the tight end. Oh, no, I take that back. That is one of the backup wide receivers. That is Hooper.
Yeah, they got him playing the number 1 too, Damon. Interesting move here. Not quite sure why they got him playing as the number 1.
Mm-hmm.
Remember to touch on that last play after this one.
I sure will. The weak power eye here. Handoff here to Square Bush. Oh, he puts his shoulder down. You can't run, son. You're not going to get away. Chris Henry, you just got baptized.
They call that first timeout with 42 seconds left in this first half, Damon. But going back to that previous one, that play-action play that they've been deploying so far, we've seen Sioux Falls come up with that same mentality versus Atlanta. And Atlanta let them kind of have their way in the first half, but in the second half, their defense got going. And I believe they picked that play off once or twice. I can't quite recall, but I'm sure they got something in their bag of tricks ready for that play.
And as you stated, that Atlanta picked it up in the second half. They're noticing that Louisiana is using that play a lot here in the first quarter. First half. Yeah, they may tighten that up. There's a deflection there.
I'm
to the
telling
top
you,
of the
Damon.
field by Fletcher. And Fletcher, man, is the nickel corner for this team. And he's playing that nickel spot tremendously today.
Joshua Williams has done his homework, and Atlanta, Damon, I don't know. They've dialed up that 50 tight end seam a few times today, and it's only a matter of time before that ball might be going the other way.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the chat already saying, we're going to get at least one of them. Don't worry about it.
Louisiana at their own 45-yard line.
Look out.
Oh, it hit the receiver in the back.
Yeah, he actually got bumped off his route.
Don Fletcher on the play again. Don Fletcher actually made the receiver stop.
Yeah, I
he
don't
clogged
know.
it up.
He might have got away with a bit of a PI there too, Damon. I don't know about that one.
I'm with you on that. I don't understand how one man hold up 2 wide receivers. Hey, y'all stop right here. Let me have a conversation with y'all right quick.
5 wide receivers, but only 2 quality receivers. Oh, you know what? The tight end is on the field too.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Don Fletcher, my goodness. And look at Utah calling for the PI.
Yeah, he is, but that was great defense. I'm telling you, Damon, Swoe did his homework, man. He is out here ready. Shout out to Swoe, man. You can tell he came prepared. That's going to force a punt. But anytime they line up with 5 wide receivers, Damon, with Liam Hammer being out, that's going to bring the starting tight end on the field.
Okay, that's good to know. I did not know that.
Great punt.
That is a great punt. Inside of the 5-yard line, right at the 5, is where Louisiana will start this. I'll say just hand it off here to O'Brien or BDG and take it into the locker room and regroup.
I give it to BDG, see if he can break one.
And if I'm not mistaken, Atlanta does get the ball back at the half.
They do.
Louisiana did receive the ball first here in the first half.
Fast moving game, Damon.
Is it moving fast? It's moving pretty slow to me.
Man to man. There it is again. Look out.
Under pressure. Boo Chisholm makes the reception. Atlanta is not going to call a timeout. They're going to let the time just run out here.
And that play is open all games. They're going to continue to play man, but normally goes to the slot receiver. That time he went to Boo.
Mm-hmm. Single double here. And there it is going to be the half.
Yeah, this half flew by, Damon.
Yeah, I agree with you. It did flew by. At least the second quarter did. First quarter was kind of long.
Both defenses.
Simulation, huh?
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, sir.
Oh, You watching this? That's the halftime. You watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on the SFL YouTube channel. Eddie, your take so far?
Both quarterbacks, Damon, come out being pretty efficient. Ryan Dynasty, 12 of 16 for 112 yards. He does have the one pick. Tommy Utah, despite losing his main man, Liam Hammer, 16 of 21 for 125 yards and a touchdown. Both running games, both coaches I talked to, Damon, were pretty confident that they would have a good day on the ground, but thus far, both of them have been pretty much held in check. Square Bush, 12 attempts for 46 yards. BDG, he's barely touched the ball, 5 times for 27 yards. His fullbacks touched the ball as many times as he did. You don't normally see that when you got a Hall of Fame tailback, but hey, it worked early on in the ball game, which led to the score. So we'll see how it continues to work out in the second half. But I'm interested to see and the adjustments that Louisiana makes without their main target in Liam Hammer in the second half.
Yeah, I agree with you. Liam Hammer going down, that's going to be a big task for this Louisiana offense to get things going. And as we stated earlier, we haven't seen them target down the field as I can't say as much. I want to say at all. It's been basically out routes all game long for Louisiana, and they have been nickeling and diming all themselves down the field. No matter how you call it, as long as you're moving the ball, picking up first downs, converting third downs or so, I can care less if you nickel and dime, you know. But you gotta put points on the board. As we did see, the Atlanta defense did hold Louisiana to a 3-point field goal early in the second quarter, when Louisiana put together a nice drive after an interception that was converted by the defense.
Let's see if Atlanta can put a long drive together, as they already have 24 tackles as a team in that first half.
And here's the kick to start the third quarter. Here's the return here by Kyle Fenimore. Fenimore bounces it outside, tackling the ball down to the 23-yard line. The SFL convention is coming to Cincinnati, Ohio, July 28th through the 30th for the season 21 kickoff weekend. For more reservation details and the weekend schedule, see the hashtag convention alerts channel in the SFL Discord server. Rooms are going fast. Reserve your special group rate today. We'll see you there.
Nickel defense again.
Oh,
the X-Box.
Jamal Wooding got off. That should have been, the Falco. Oh, if we was to get a replay on that, Falco got off on the line of scrimmage, and that ball should have went to him.
It should have. It normally does go to the slot receiver, Damar. I was kind of surprised that they went to Boo again, and Evan Arthur almost made him pay for it. You don't want to target Evan Arthur's way unless you're confident that you have a clear path between the football and the receiver.
Yeah, Evan Arthur, as we stated earlier, already has 5 interceptions of the season and 22 on his career. Here's a handoff here to fumble by BG, and it's recovered by the defense of the Revolution, and he's going to score a touchdown. Evan Arthur, we just spoke of.
Just talked about him. One of the best cornerbacks in the entire SFL. I think it was Evan that stripped the ball. It was on the fumble.
Evan knocked it out, and Dante Grimm was the one who picked it up and ran it into the end zone.
Evan Arthur, man, this guy, he's not in the Hall of Fame yet, Damon, but he should be. He is, in my mind, one of the better cornerbacks in the entire SFL.
How much better?
I mean, he's not quite Everett Garrison, but he's great.
That's what I was going to ask. I asked you this question. You're in the draft. You got Evan Arthur on the board, and you have Ryan Michaels on the board. Who you taking? Eddie Gage, the defensive specialist of the SFL.
Come on, man. You know, I love my former teammate Ryan Michaels like a brother. I met him out there in Washington, but I'm taking. I just
had to put you on the spot like that.
I'm sorry. I'm taking Evan Arthur. I'm sorry.
Eddie Gage, this game has jumped back to a 2-point score, where Atlanta is down by
And you would ask me that as Everett Garrison is in the chat, I see,
Well,
too.
14, should I say? Yeah.
17-3.
Yeah. Here for the Atlanta Swarm. Down by 14. There's an out route deflected away, almost intercepted.
Oh, my
The
goodness.
deflection comes by Rollerman Hood, and Boo Chisholm is slow getting up as Tank Bennett was in on the play as well.
Yeah, and Chuck Diesel almost came away with that deflection. Had he been a corner or a safety, maybe he picks that one off. But he had to bend just a bit too much than he's accustomed to doing, unable to do so. This secondary of Louisiana is playing physical football here today, Damon.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, as much as praise we was giving Don Fletcher for Atlanta, I mean, this secondary for the Revolution is not allowing these receivers from Atlanta to get anything going downfield.
Damon, I just got a message I'm going to read off to you in a second.
Or wide receiver set here for Dynasty and shotgun. Takes one step back. Dynasty goes down. Ball came out. Going to be incomplete. They're going to say arm was going forward first.
And I thought that was, see, they fooled me. Because, it was two corners, Damon, but they let him go to the middle of the field where his help is because the receiver ran inside. Great defense by Louisiana. 3rd down and 10.
4 wide receivers on the field.
And Louisiana's in nickel, Damon.
They're in nickel, yeah. I was just going to say that. They're in nickel. Oh, down goes Dynasty this time for sure. Ball does not come out, and you got to give credit to Neil Rivers on the sack.
Damon, and he went down. I mean, it looked like he had a clean pocket, and suddenly that his time escaped, and he went down for only the 10th time this season. He's the 4th lead sack quarterback, Damon.
Yeah, Eddie, we spoke right before halftime that momentum can swing any way quick. I mean, Louisiana almost gets a block there. And that fumble, he's going to return this. Runs a guy over, crosses midfield into Atlanta's territory. But as I was saying, we spoke as far as how the momentum can shift very easy here in the SFL. And I think we're seeing a shift in the momentum here for Louisiana after that fumble, that forced fumble and fumble recovery.
Da Vinci's trying to take Liam Hammer's job, Damon.
The touchdown, huh?
Da Vinci's trying to take Liam Hammer's job.
He's trying to do something because he's showing up. Here is Utah. That was a threading the needle play there by Utah to Xavier.
Damon, I know it doesn't look like it right now, but we got to give Joshua Williams some credit because he came out here with an excellent game plan. And right now, they are just beating them to the spot by mere inches every time.
Mm-hmm. Let's give credit to our stats team, DJ Woods and Zach Holdoff. Thank you guys so much for your contribution to the stats that are making Eddie and I look so good up here in the booth. Here is Utah. Another out route. That pass is caught to the top of the.
And this is the time of the game, Damon, where Atlanta as a defense has to bite down their mouthpiece and not allow a touchdown. Heck, if you can, force a turnover, but you got to do something to give a spark to this team.
I absolutely agree with your partner. You got to do something, get something going here. 3-3 nickel defense, right up the middle is Squarebush. Squarebush goes nowhere, Gage, and he's been having a tough outing. Not going to say all day, but he's been having a tough day rushing the ball. Now, we got 12 attempts for 46 yards. Not too bad.
Not too bad, Damon. I mean, they continue to feed him. That was his 13th attempt for 46 yards. But, yeah, I mean, it's the passing game that's hurting them right now.
They go trips to the top. Squarebush in the backfield. Goes out on a swing. That's going to be caught by Da Vinci again.
And actually, Damon, considering the score, I'm not upset about the decision there by Squarebush to throw that ball and just make it an easier field goal attempt because right now you just don't have to. So don't try to force anything unnecessary. Pick up what you can and go out here and kick this field goal. Going to be about 40-yard attempt.
Yeah, right at 40 yards. You're absolutely right there. It's going to be the attempt. There's the snap, the hold. Laces are out. I did see laces out. You want to make sure you got that clear there. And Louisiana goes up by 17.
They do gonna extend this lead here at home. And you're right, look at that. Spot, good hold. Got the laces out like you said. Nice field goal.
Yeah, absolutely.
Plenty of time left for Damon for this team to come back. 17 points. No, it is a considerable deficit, but we've seen Atlanta move the ball up and down the field before. I would still like to see them get BDG involved as well.
Yeah, you're right. I'm right along with you there. I think they need to get the Hall of Fame running back more involved in his ball games. I mean, he's only had 6 attempts for 27 yards. That's
I don't know if you saw it, but the gunner on a wide side of the field was well beyond the line of scrimmage when that ball was kicked off. That should have been a penalty on Louisiana.
Hey, don't leave the broadcast without joining our Discord server. There's so much more to do in the SFL than just being a player. Join to check out content for teams and about the league created by the community. You got to participate in pick'ems. Here's a BDG Hollywood on an out route. Screen pass there. He makes a nice spin move and picks up the first down to Atlanta's 41. Participate in pick'ems, play SFL fantasy football, and test your skills in the server pool. To join our server, visit simulationfl.net and click on the Discord icon on the menu tab. The SFL community, 2,000 strong. We'll see you there.
55 people watching this game right now, only 16 likes. SFL Nation, do us a favor and smash the like button.
As it helps the league with the YouTube algorithm. Here is Dynasty. Dynasty on the 5-step drop. Throws a
ill-advised pass.
Yes, I was going to say a life decision pass there.
Yeah, to show enough. Took him about a half hour to get out of his break.
That one back.
Yeah. Weak spread. Watch for a possible stretch to the near side of the field. Here it is.
Here's a handoff here to Hollywood. Hollywood breaks free. Almost picks up the first down right at midfield. 3rd and inches. They're starting to get the halfback more involved now.
They are, Demar, and it looks like Atlanta might have got away with a hold there. As the outside linebacker, I couldn't tell which one it was trying to get his hands on BDG, but got his jersey tucked on.
Well, that's when you got to throw your hands up to get the attention of the referee. Let him know that you're being held, should I say. Split back, handoff into O'Brien, and O'Brien picks up the first down. He's tackled forward down to the 45.
And nice tackle there by Louisiana, as I thought Chuck Diesel was about to get juked out of his shoes. That'd have been a sprint, but he held his ground, kept his shoulder square, and brought his man down.
1st and 10 here for Atlanta. In the 3rd quarter with 6:30 on the clock. 5 wide receivers set, 2-step, 3-step drop. Dynasty goes for it all! Incomplete, intended for Siege Falco.
Not too many times they've attempted to throw the ball deep downfield to Mom, but whenever they have, this secondary for Louisiana has been ready for them.
Yeah, the secondary, as you stated, for Louisiana has been back there waiting. As we just saw Dynasty trot to take the top off and was unsuccessful. What I'm noticing is that Louisiana safeties, free and strong, has been basically staying back all game long.
Nice run.
Well, I can't say all game long. There have been times where they have been up in the box, but majority of when on these deep passes down the middle, they've been there and played.
Louisiana loves that cover 3 look. They play a lot of single safety high, which is why Tank Bennett gets a lot of tackles. It seems like every season. Look like they're going 2 corners again. They are.
Double highs the safety. Dynasty gets pressured. He throws an interception to Hood.
Rollerman, Hood, Damon, they came out here with this 2 corners look all game long, where there's been 2 corners, 2 man, they a bit of cover 3, but Damon, my good. Shout out to these defensive coordinators today, Damon. They're both playing well, but right now, Louisiana just beat them to the spot.
Yeah. I mean, that was just an athletic play by Rodman Hood, but Brian Dynasty was under so much pressure.
He was.
He basically was just trying to get rid of the ball. And here's Squarebush. Squarebush up the middle, and he picks up 3 yards.
Got a man down, another man down. And this time it's Cole cast the tackle down and not getting up.
Oh, wow.
Well, he got knocked backwards too. Oh my goodness. He may not come back either. Bang. Oh, my goodness.
That could be an ACL.
Billy Ray Valentine, Damon, just oh my goodness. He just showed him why he lifts weights, because he knocked him about 2 yards off the ball.
3 wide receivers set here on the field.
Ron said it's a dead body on the field.
Handoff hit the Squarebush right up the middle. Squarebush picks up 6.
Picks up 3. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 3. 3rd and manageable for Louisiana. Let's see. They've been very methodical since Liam Hammer went down. They love this strong power out of mine.
They do. They've been pretty heavy today. There's a screen dropped by Utah.
Atlanta's ready for it.
To the halfback, and Squarebush not going to pick up the first down. Stop right at midfield. Eddie Gage, you're sending the offense back out.
I do not. I kick this ball away. You got a 17-point lead. 5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Midfield, 4th and 1. You don't want to give Atlanta any momentum, but just as I say that, who am I? Coach Craven said, offense, get back out there.
Mm-hmm. Squarebush is a running back that you love to have in the middle of the ring, and they give it to him. Nowhere to go. Stop for a 1-yard loss at the 49, and he's hit by Cree Higgins.
Cree Higgins got the tackle in the backfield. He tried to run up the A gap. Nothing was there. They're going to challenge us. What are they challenging?
The spot of the ball. Why is Atlanta challenging the spot of the ball?
Because the clock is still running. They're trying to say that they got that first down. He did not come anywhere close to getting that first down, DeMar. He stopped well short.
Not at all, because Cree Higgins was on top of it.
That was some home cooking if I ever seen it. There's no way. He's well short. He's about a half yard short.
Yeah, I mean, the challenge by Atlanta just really doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, no, that's a perfect challenge. What do you mean? They giving him the first down.
They gave him the first down.
Yes.
I thought that they didn't give him the first down. Okay, so now they overturn it. Okay, makes sense.
Yes.
I was looking at, okay, he didn't get the first down. Okay. On my end, I was saying he didn't get the first down, but the
and this right here is the momentum that Atlanta needed. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Thank you so much, Eddie Gage and Zach Holdoff, for informing me that they gave him the first down. I thought they didn't give him the first. That's why I was wondering.
Look out.
O'Brien with the dump off. Picks up 3.
Tyler said we over here fighting in the booth. No, we not fighting, bro.
He didn't say fighting. He said squabbling.
Yeah, that's worse to me.
Here's Dynasty out right to the bottom of the field. That is to Fenimore.
Cal Fenimore been pretty active in his second half.
Calling his name tonight.
Yeah, that's his 3rd catch, and I believe 2 of them came here in this 3rd quarter.
Mm-hmm. 3rd and 1. I'm giving it to BDG. Like the ball up the middle is Hollywood. Hollywood gets another block. He gets down to the 33-yard line.
One of the weaknesses of running 2 corners, Damon, is we've seen it work very well for Louisiana. But when it doesn't work, a lot of times it's because it runs right up the middle as you have weak run support up the gut.
Eddie Gage is giving Golden Nuggets here up in the booth about 2 corners. Bryant Dynasty, 4 wide receivers on the field. There's a snap. Dynasty goes through the progression. That pass is almost intercepted. Look like Blake Craze.
It was Blake Craze on a deflection, and he's so big, DeMar. I could just imagine he probably has a hard time trying to catch any football coming towards him because he's just such a big guy. I'm surprised he doesn't play defensive end. And no, Cam, we are not a married couple. Get up out of here with that nonsense.
I wonder what's Blake Craze's favorite sandwich from Jersey Mike's.
I had an argument in a barbershop yesterday about Jersey Mike's.
Here is Dynasty 2nd and 10, intended for Boo Chisholm, but knocked away from Arthur. Evan Arthur is not allowing Boo Chisholm to do anything in this game.
He is not, but I tell you what, DeMond, that might have been PI right there. And I'm a defensive guy, but that might have been PI. Todd over here giving Cam credit for that line. Don't give that man any confidence whatsoever. He don't deserve none. Look at the safety down in the box. What is he doing?
Fred, these wide receivers just got losing their Siege Falco for the first touchdown of the game for the Atlanta Swarm, coming late here in the third quarter, and they just may be right back into it.
And I just caught it, DeMond. I don't know what the safety's doing in the box. He was guarding absolutely nobody. So once Siege got over, past the defense, there was no one back there, no support on the back end. That had to be miscommunication.
Absolutely. As Mike Ryan, the safety you was talking about, was up in the box.
Yep.
I mean, he was coming out of his
that was actually Dante Grimm up in the box, but yeah.
Was it? I thought I saw Mike Ryan down there, 24, who was right over Siege before Siege broke to the corner on the post route there. Maybe both of them was up there in the box. I don't know. We'll call it what you said, okay? We're not going to argue up here like an old marriage couple.
That's right. That was Dante Grimm. I don't know what he was lined up about a yard off the ball, and once it was snapped, he literally just stood there guarding no one. I'm like, son, what are you doing? And in one play, Siege Falco makes him pay.
Okay, I see what you said. You're talking about right on the line of scrimmage is where Bennett was. Okay,
correct.
But Ryan was right behind the linebackers as well. He wasn't far deep. On the back end is what I saw mentioning Ryan. And here's Da Vinci. Da Vinci gets a juke move down to the 27-yard line is where Louisiana will start this drive. 2:55 left here in the third quarter, Gage. There's a lot of time on the clock.
A lot of time left.
I mean, that is 13 minutes and 55 seconds. Might as well say 14 minutes.
It feels like an attorney when you have a lead late in the game, especially as a coach.
It sure does, because you're wanting that clock to burn while you have the lead. And
5 wide receivers set on first down. Oh, my goodness.
Wow. Here is Utah. Utah goes on a slant pattern, and he got that reception.
We talked about him earlier dropping that pass to mom, but this time number 83 for Louisiana holds on to it, picks up the first down.
Hooper Xavier on the reception there.
Hooper Xavier. He must have grew up in a single-parent household. There's no way 2 parents signed off on that name.
Wait a minute. You're making my chest hurt. Here's a dump off here to Square Bush. Square Bush just shoulder charges a man into the next eternity. Don Fletcher paid for all of the success he's been having today by Randy Squarebush.
Yeah, he did. Randy Squarebush knocked him about 3 yards backwards. Oh, that's embarrassing. Lower your shoulder, young man.
There's a man up top. That pass is deflected away by the defense of Atlanta, and they are starting to pick up things on the outside. Jack Napier.
Jack Napier has got to reel that ball in. Not sure what he was thinking about when he let the ball go, but Jack, you got to catch that one, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, come on, DeMar. You think that man grew up in a 2-parent household with that name? There's no way 2 grown-ups signed off and said that'd be a good name for that young man.
I mean,
no
it
way.
Could have been. Maybe Xavier Hooper, I could see, but Hooper Xavier, I mean, that's just backwards.
Doubles.
There's an all slant. That pass is caught. Can't believe what I just saw. I mean, Da Vinci is really putting on a show with the absence of Liam Hammer.
He stepped up to mine, and somewhere I know Swole is saying, what do I have to do to get some pass deflections, some interceptions, because the defense is right there, DeMond.
Now, here's the the kicker is that Lyric Da Vinci is still playing in that number 2 spot.
He is.
They have not moved him to the number 1 spot on the depth chart. Or in the rotation, should I say. And there is Squarebush gets tackled right behind the line of scrimmage for a 3-yard loss there.
I like that decision. I know it's a 3-yard loss, but there was no one open downfield. Smart decision to let that ball dumped off to his tailback. I know he lost 3 yards, but if he throws that ball downfield, it's probably going to be intercepted.
So here's my question is, you know what? The number 3 receiver is not even on the field. That's Hooper down on the bottom here. And there's an out route to the top of the field there to the tight end.
Yeah.
John Michael Sutton.
And Teflon Ron Yates is telling us in the chat, you ever heard of Booger McFarland? Yeah, I do. The former defensive no, I think he was an offensive lineman.
No, he was a defensive tackle for Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, defensive tackle for Tampa. And you're right, he probably didn't grow up in a 2-parent household either.
But I don't think Booger was his first name, was it?
I think that was his nickname.
Yeah, I think that was his nickname. They know where in the world I get drafted and I tell them my darn name is Booger. No.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, he took a shot. It's going to force a 4th down here, and Louisiana will be forced to punt.
Yeah.
And if things get turned around, they're going to have to give some credit to Cree Higgins because that's twice.
That's twice he lowered the ball. Yeah. If I'm Louisiana, I don't even punt this ball until I just let the whistle blow to end this 3rd quarter. But who am I?
I'm still surprised about the wide receiver assignment here.
Great punt.
That is right inside the 5 and Tank Bennett
couldn't secure the football and stop his progression.
I don't want to be him when I go to the sideline and see the special teams coach.
Put your 4s up. His first name is Anthony McFarland. Okay, I can live with that one. He grew up in a 2-parent household. Might have even been a single family.
Wait a minute.
I'm saying, Anthony McFarland, yeah, that could be a 1 or 2-parent household.
Mm-hmm.
Far spread, nickel defense, 4-2, 50x spot. Siege jumped. Oh, he got bumped off his route and still come up with the catch. Great job.
Yeah. 5-yard pickup there.
Fenimore got bumped by the slot corner and still able to turn around, get upfield, and make that catch. Great job.
Atlanta now at their own 25-yard line. Start
both these teams are fan of the power eye.
Here is Dynasty.
Look out.
Drive,
Look
dumps
out.
off to Hollywood, and Hollywood gets blowed up in the backfield, going to lose 3.
Dante Grimm read that play like his favorite book, sat there and watched the eyes of Dynasty. He kept going out to the flat like a young man's supposed to do as a corner, guarding that area because there's no help over there, does his job, and forces a tackle for loss.
Eyes
3rd
of
and 8.
Dynasty. I like that. I mean, that can be a nice movie or a TV show.
Wide
Got a man
open.
to the corner, and Siege Falco breaks a tackle, crosses midfield, and brought down at the 43-yard line. Any case, this is going to be a 35-yard pickup.
And I'm going to tell you what happened. I believe that was nickel 3 strong, but the safety lined up too far inside. So when a corner steps up to the guard the flat, there's no way the safety can get over there in time to make that play.
1st and 10 here for Atlanta at the 43 of Louisiana. The chats is going crazy with Carl. Siege Falco. 2-step drop here by Dynasty. No, that pass is almost intercepted. Deflected away
Grimm.
by Grimm again.
Demond, I just got a DM from someone asking me. Well, I can't repeat it, bro, because he already get offended when I say his name. So I can't, as much as I want to, brother, I can't touch that one. I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. That's a good one, though.
Power formation here. Handoff here to BDG up the middle. Breaks a tackle or 2.
That was all BDG right there. He got met at the line of scrimmage and still picked up 3.
Well, 4 to be exact.
3rd down and 6.
This game is becoming very, very interesting.
I've noticed all game that Louisiana's come out here in a nickel defense versus full wide receiver sets.
Yeah, they've been running nickel all game long. Dynasty under pressure. This one's going to overstep. Oh, it's intercepted by Evan Arthur. And that's going to be his second pick of the night.
His second pick of the night, the third turnover of the game for Atlanta, and it couldn't have come at a worse time. They was just starting to build some momentum. But hold on, first of all, timeout. Stop the presses. It is time that we give Evan Arthur some Hall of Fame nominations. That was his 48th career interception. I would swear he had more than that.
You know what? I think you're absolutely right on that one, Eddie Gage. Square Bush tries to break a tackle after picking up 3 yards down to the 9-yard line.
So now, Louisiana, they would like to get Square Bush involved. He hasn't been very productive today in terms of yards per carry, only averaging 3.3 up to this point. But they want to try to burn some clock right now. But the problem is, Atlanta knows that too.
And offensive Square Bush going to a stretch play here. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage for a 2-yard loss.
You want to learn how to stop the run game or minimize the effect of a demand, just turn on a tape of this Atlanta defense or this Louisiana defense, and they will tell you. I mean, this is a how-to guide right here, what we're seeing today. Play action coming up.
A how-to guide, pretty much like a master class. Yeah. Here is Utah. The pass is intercepted by Jack Napier for a pick 6, and he crosses Hollywood Boulevard to get Atlanta a 6-point interception on the board. I'm losing words of concentration here because I just can't believe what I just saw. These two teams have been playing gamble football all night long, Eddie Gage, and you've been calling it that something strange was going to happen, or bizarre, should we say.
The mob been calling it all game as Atlanta has done a great job. They did their homework, like I said. The first route is the guy running across. He was blanketed. His second option is the out route. But the problem was Atlanta played him shallow and took that away. So he hit the panic button, Tommy Utah did. Jack Napier was Johnny on the spot, comes up with the pick 6, and now we got ourselves a 3-point ball game. And guess what? Liam Hammer is not coming to save him. Louisiana has to dig deep if they're going to get this win.
No, you're absolutely right. Liam Hammer is not coming to save them. And Lyric Da Vinci and Hooper Xavier has basically been the two-man combination in the wide receiver group. We haven't seen much of De Niro in this game.
And Square Bush either. He's been relatively held in check.
Yeah, I mean, we saw a little bit of Suddet, but, take a look at his numbers. I think Suddet has even 3 targets this game. Suddet has 1 target, 1 reception for 7 yards in the tight end spot.
The defense that they got the pick 6 on just a moment ago, I'm not sure if I've seen that called all game up to that point. Maybe I missed it, but great timing dialing up on that play.
I mean, what was Jack Napier in? I mean, he had to be in a 2 hard or something like that because he came crashing down.
It was not, sir.
Wow. Here is Utah. That pass deflected.
And just for good measure, number 23 for Atlanta, Moose Papino laid the wood on the would-be receiver. We got ourselves a 3-point ball game, 7:47 left, and doubles. Only seen this cut up a couple times today. Let's see what they do with it.
3-3 nickel defense. There's nobody over the slot wide receiver. Louisiana at their own 22-yard line. Utah goes to the out route to the top, and he's met and tackled and brought down at the 26 by Aquanta Shine.
And I tell you what, had he had his eyes open and looking at the quarterback rather than running, toward the sidelines, he had a chance to pick that one off.
3rd and 6. 4th quarter. 7:35 on the clock. They come out here and doubles again. Back-to-back plays. Going right across the middle. Deflected away by Moose Papano. The safety comes up with that deflection.
And now they're going to have to punt this ball away. The safety came flying down to take away that route as if he was in a huddle and knew the play being called. He took that route away. They're going to force a punt.
If you're just now joining us and you're wondering why the Louisiana Revolution is wearing purple, gold, and white, well, they're wearing old throwbacks to the New Orleans Pharaohs, which was the previous name of the team before being bought by owner Gerald Smith a few seasons back. And this is their spook-tacular uniforms, should I say. This is just my opinion. They're trying to spook Atlanta because there was a ghost game some seasons back with these uniforms and with player and previous owner Aaron Arrington. So, where that New Orleans came back to win that game versus Atlanta.
Weak tight end flex.
1st and 10 here for Atlanta.
Oh,
Dynasty steps up in the pocket, goes down on a 7-yard lost sack.
There was nowhere to go as Louisiana took all his eligible receivers out of the equation.
APM Music is unraveled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League. To explore their library and to find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. There's a dump off here to O'Brien and the flats, and O'Brien picks up the 7-yard loss. Back to the previous line of scrimmage at the 34, 3rd and 10.
That's another weakness of running two corners as the flats are wide open.
Yep, you're right about that, partner.
Gun straight, and Louisiana is countering with a nickel. Two linebackers on the field.
Louisiana must have saw something on film with this nickel-only defense. Oh, and they blanket the middle of the field. With
Blake Craze is a linebacker, and he ran over there like a safety. Did you see how fast he got out of his stance? He was sitting there watching the eyes of Dynasty, and as soon as his head turned to the right, he made the decision to throw the ball. He got up out of his zone, ran over there, and deflected that ball away. That young man is special.
And how much you say he weighed? 255?
It should be illegal. He needs to be tested for digital PEDs immediately after this game.
I like the way you say digital.
Yes.
And there's Da Vinci, as you know, the game was developed by Take-Two and Digital Concepts.
6'5", 250. Excuse me, 6'5", 265. He looks like a defensive end out there. That is ridiculous. How is he not exhausted by the end of the game weighing that much?
I don't know. 3-point ball game here for the Louisiana Revolution. Can they put this game away?
Weak spread.
With a touchdown here, starting at their own 36. Here is Square Bush. And Square Bush tackled in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
And you can see the identity of both of these teams play out as when Louisiana dials up the weak spread, with them having a power back such as Square Bush, they like to run ISO plays. But Atlanta, on the other hand, having a finesse back like Hall of Fame BDG, they like to run them out to the outside with those stretch plays.
Here's a split wing jokers. There's a tight end going out on the screen pass, and man, Square Bush took a shot by Aquanta Shine.
These guys need to learn, Damon, if they want to extend their SFL careers, they need to learn to lower their shoulder so they aren't taking so much punishment. 3rd and 8 coming up.
As Eddie Gage stated earlier, if you're liking what you see, liking the game so far, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The SFL produces over 400 events in a year. There's no one else that gives more football than the SFL. There's a pass across the middle of the field, almost deflected by Cree Higgins, who has been playing outstanding at that middle linebacker spot.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was sitting there shaking my head when I saw Hall of Famer Aquana Shine on the sideline. But Cree Higgins, give that man some credit. He's played very well, particularly in the second half.
Yeah, don't miss a minute of the SFL and the SFM action, and help the channel grow through your support. Thank you for helping the SFL reach 10 years of operation through your viewership. Smash that like button, everyone.
Just over 5 minutes left to play. Atlanta's going to get this ball back in considerably good field position, and I imagine from this point on, it's going to be 4-down territory.
Nice return there by Kyle Fenimore. Now Atlanta will start this drive at their own 26.
Both
5
teams
minutes.
with all 3 timeouts.
Mm-hmm. That is a good note take right there, Eddie Gage. That all teams still have. I mean, that both teams still have all of their timeouts.
Over under set at 55.5. That would not be met today. 2 corners again, DeMond.
Here's Brian Dynasty.
Was a man.
Want to be a stretch to BDG Hollywood. He got a nice block.
Oh, he got held up
by the fullback. Oh man, I mean, you're right. He did get held up. If he bounces outside a little earlier,
I believe that was a right guard who held him up. He got held up by his own man.
Yeah, but man, did O'Brien lay a nice block out there for him though.
Split spread, 50x spot, perhaps to Fenimore at the top.
You calling it like that?
There it is.
And you're right. It is the Kyle Fenimore to the top of the field.
Nice tackle.
Nice tackle there by the corner.
He dove at him to make that tackle.
Atlanta 3rd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
I've been reading the Ramos Lynn handbook, DeMond.
I see. I mean, you're becoming pretty good with these offensive plays. There's a weak spread.
The ball. There it is.
Oh, play here to Hollywood. Hollywood did not have to spin that back inside it, and he's not going to make the first down. 4th and 2. And man, did Big 99 Chance Wall come up big on that tackle on BDG.
You know why he cut back inside, DeMond? Because number 22, Evan Arthur, was waiting to tackle him.
Evan Arthur stands at 6'3", 220. Yeah, I'd probably be a little shook up too trying to hit if I was hit outside. But I think I would rather the corner hit me than the defense.
Oh, absolutely. That's the first time we've seen Da Vinci fair catch the punt, DeMond.
Yeah, he's been taking, receiving.
He's looking to take Liam Hammer's job moving forward, returning these kicks. Might be he might have to worry about job security next week.
Adam Wiseman called you Eddie Romo in the booth.
I don't know about that. Big 7-step drop.
7-step drop. Dumps off to Sutton. Sutton picks up 7.
DeMond, I don't know if you noticed it like I just did, but Sutton, it's like it took him about a half hour to get to the top of his route. And I'm looking at his weight, and he's 6'7", 248, and now I see why.
Mm-hmm.
It took that man a long time. He's sitting there patting the ball like, "Come on, guy, cut."
Yeah, those 6'7" guys, man. Although they're pretty tall.
Yeah,
it takes them a long time to break out of their routes. His ratings is maxed out at his run route, but he do not have route guard. Here's a handoff at the square bush. Square bush picks up the first down, drops to Rodell before being tackled at the 46 of Louisiana.
You know, DeMond, when I'm not getting pick sixes every other game, I work in the IT department for the Arizona Diamondbacks. And one day I was in there working, and all of a sudden I see this big figure walking up on me. I'm like, who is this big guy here? He look like he about 6'9". And it was John Michael Sutter, him and a couple of his buddies here. I'm like, dude, what are you doing here in Arizona? The way he was walking up on me, I thought he was going to do something, man. I was getting ready to, get back and defend myself.
Put on your golden gloves.
Yeah. Strong pro. First time we seen this play called today.
Watch out for the strong stretch. Oh, it's going to be strong power.
Power.
Square bush is hit hard by Papano.
Took him too long to get going with him being a power back to mine. And the guard got out in front, got a good block, but Square Bush was late getting out of his break on that one.
Yeah, this game is almost just about even here. Look at the total yards there.
2nd and 9. Clock's starting to become a factor. Weak power or strong power, excuse me.
3-3 is the defense for Atlanta. 2:15. They're letting this clock run.
Oh, yeah.
Here, handoff at the square bush on another stretch play. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage They're going to give him 1 yard, though.
Yeah, in that time, I believe the backup tight end kind of went too far wide and didn't provide a good block for Square Bush. That's going to be a 2-minute warning, Damon.
Yeah, it is a 2-minute warning gauge. And the folks at home, you're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music live on the SFL YouTube network.
3rd down and 9. Big 3rd down. Biggest of the game.
You're probably right. This probably is the biggest 3rd down of the game for
Play
Louisiana.
action coming up. Play action.
And they have been money on it all night long. It's probably right down
this time.
The out route is covered.
Yep.
Ew, and there's a shot by Jack Napier on Randy Squarebush.
And now it's going to burn a timeout. Great job.
I think they had the right play dialed up, Louisiana that is, because they wanted to go to that out route, but Atlanta dialed up the perfect defensive play to take away that out route to the top of the field.
And the free safety came flying up out of there to defend the receiver who was running down the seam. Great job.
155.
Coming after this ball, Damon. Look out. I already got 1 block punt today.
There's the pressure. Not going to get there, though.
Great punt.
Fenimore on the return. Fenimore tackled and brought down to the 16-yard line. 147 left on the clock.
In this game, we've had a fumble return for a touchdown, an interception return for a touchdown. 2 guys fall to injury, both on Louisiana's side, and just a crazy game.
Yeah, it has been a crazy game, and it makes you wonder how much more efficient Louisiana offense would have been with Liam Hammer still in the ball game. Here's Dynasty. Got it. Oh, no. Swapped. Oh. And who is this guy? I mean,
wow.
I say that because, I mean,
that was Casey Morgan, Damon.
Yeah, I see it's Casey Morgan, but I was like,
he's in because he's in a play because they just had that special teams play and Siege is out there recuperating, trying to catch his win.
Well, Kyle Fenimore, that is.
Yeah, excuse me, Kyle Fenimore.
Mm-hmm. Here is Dynasty, shotgun formation. 2 guys going across the middle of the field. Not such a good play there. It was intended for Morgan again.
I tell you what, Damon, I haven't watched too many Louisiana games, so I just can't tell. But they've had some plays in this defense. I'm not sure they showed it before, but it had to catch Atlanta by surprise because they done some plays that I have not seen, even when Jared was coaching.
It looks like they come out in man bump coverage here.
Yeah, 2 bump.
There's a hand on the chest of Chisholm. That pass is caught by Jamal Wooding.
Gonna go
tight
hurry
end.
up.
Down to Atlanta's 35-yard line with a gain of 19. Dynasty, shotgun, 125, 124. Dynasty got a man right across the middle of the field. Looks like Morgan on that reception. Down to the 41, gain of 6. High snap to Dynasty.
Look
got
out.
a man across the field. That is to Siege Falco. Down to the 34 of Louisiana. 25-yard gain on the pitch and catch from Dynasty to Falco.
That was his best throw of the night, Damon. Under heavy duress, he gets that ball off to one of his favorite receivers in Siege Falco.
The way he stepped up in the pocket.
Yeah.
He threw it on the run. Basically a dart. And that post there's a fade to the top.
7-step drop. Oh, going for it all. Got him.
Got Blue Chisholm for a touchdown for the Atlanta Swarm. And they take the lead late here in the 4th quarter, but there's still a minute left on the play clock.
50 Z deep post, and Louisiana has been playing perfect football on the defensive side all game long. But when it matters the most, they got caught slipping. Evan Arthur's late on a break. Boo Chisholm beats him to the spot at the top of his route, makes him pay. And credit to Boo Chisholm for not giving up and continuing to play Damon, because Evan Arthur has had his number all game long. But when it matters most, Boo Chisholm stepped up.
You're right about that. Evan Arthur has had Boo Chisholm's number all night long. 9 targets, 2 receptions for 53 yards. Majority of it coming on that last play, which was for 34 yards for the touchdown there. There's the extra point attempt. It's up and it's good. 40 seconds left on the clock. I did say that was a minute. I thought it was a minute left. But there's 40 seconds left on the clock after the touchdown from Brian Dynasty to Boo Chisholm. But yeah, you're right, Eddie Gage. Evan Arthur has had Boo Chisholm in a security blanket all night long, except for that last play there. And I don't know how, but Boo Chisholm got behind the safety, and he basically took it to the house there. We saw Louisiana play great defense on the back end all game long, not allowing anything deep. But Atlanta basically came up big on that 50 ZD post. So here's Da Vinci on the return. Da Vinci gets tackled and brought down to the 25-yard line. 36 seconds left on the clock. Eddie Gage, we have not seen Louisiana throw the ball deep.
We have not. And Liam Hammer, the #1 wide receiver, their deep threat, which they brought in from San Diego, is out of this game. Let's see who Tommy Utah relies on to get the job done. Here comes play action again, Damon.
Comes out in a full wide receiver set here. Play action as you called it. Right across the middle. What a sliding deflection by Papano.
Yeah, they took the out away, Damon, and made him look somewhere else, but there was no one open downfield.
I mean, that's great adjustments on the back end of Atlanta regarding that out route, because the first half, Louisiana was having their way with that play. Now we're seeing Atlanta take that out route away from them.
Yep.
32 seconds left on the clock here.
Gonna
Louisiana
go empty.
On 25. They may go 90-yard slants here in this empty, straight open formation. They're not going to go out slants. They're going to go out route here. And that's to Da Vinci. Da Vinci's going to pick up 4 yards there. That's not going to cut it. 28 seconds left on the play clock.
Not going to cut it, but it does stop the clock. 28 seconds left, and time is not on their side.
You're right there, Gage. Time is not on their side. Just look at Jack Napier with the pick six that basically put Atlanta right back into the ball game. 3-3 nickel defense. It's a 5-step drop in by Utah. He's going for it on his interception by Jack Napier. And that's basically going to do it.
He was never open, Damon. They went with the fade, and Jack Napier lined up about 12 yards off the ball. That play was a disaster from the moment it left Tommy Utah's hands. And don't look now, but Jack Napier, I know Louisiana has all 3 timeouts, but Damon, the way their defense is played today, that's pretty much a thanks for coming, good night, and drive home safely moment right there for Atlanta.
Jack Napier, also known as the Joker.
Oh, they're going to go and take knees, Damon.
It's 25 seconds left on the clock. Louisiana has all timeouts. I think I would have ran the ball.
Well, there have been some crazy turnovers today, so perhaps they're just thinking ball security right now. It's going to force Louisiana to drive the length of the field.
Yeah, you're right about that, because BDG did cough one up, which turned into a touchdown for Louisiana, which gave them 20 points when they had 13. Another kneel down here by Dynasty.
If you're Louisiana, Damon, do you come after the punt attempt, or do you try to set up for a return?
I come for the punt.
I do too.
I come for it because why?
Liam Hammer's out the game.
Exactly. I want the ball on Atlanta's side of the field. The crowd is rocking loud as they can be. That's going to be a Louisiana's final timeout, which does stop the clock. 21 seconds left on the clock. They're going to punt it. Maybe 4 seconds rolled off the clock. 4 or 5 seconds or so. If I'm Louisiana, I'm telling the special teams, do not return this kick. Fair catch it no matter what.
No matter what?
No matter what. Fair catch it. Do not try to be the hero. Let me put the ball in the hands of the offense. Not special teams. There's a fair catch there. That's exactly what I would have called for. Reason being because you don't want to fumble on the return.
I saw a man go down. That was Troy my way.
Yeah, and also you don't want to run any more time off the clock than what you have to, right?
I guess. I mean, if I got a guy back there, I'm thinking like the days of Devin Hester for the Chicago Bears.
Well, you don't have Devin Hester on this team. Wait a minute, did that dude old man knock him down?
Get yourself together, bro. We got 14 seconds left.
I'm looking at Troy my way. His own player knocked him out of the game. 3-2 dime defense here for
not gonna
Atlanta. Johnny Utah breaks the tackle, steps up, throws a pass, off midfield. No more timeout for Louisiana. And there's 4-3. There's 2 seconds. 1, and that's going to be the ball game. And Louisiana runs out of here with a steal from the Revolution. Oh my goodness, what a game!
What a game indeed, Damon. It lived up to the billing. Sage talked about it in the preseason. They had this game circled on their calendar, and Atlanta came in here on the road and delivered. Despite a bad game from Brian Dynasty with all the turnovers and the fumble by BDG, it's the defense who stepped up and gave their offense one more opportunity. And Hall of Famer Boo Chisholm stepped up to the challenge. He says, I know Evan Carroll's been checking me all game long, but you know, I'm a Hall of Famer for a reason. And like T-Pat said in the comment, Hall of Fame players make Hall of Fame plays. And when they needed their man the most, Boo Chisholm stepped up, caught that skinny post, took it to the house, and sent the fan home unhappy.
Absolutely. That would most definitely have to be the play of the game.
Oh,
outside of the pick six by Jack Napier. You know, those 2 plays there alone, and then, you know, there's a nice interception there by Rolliman Hood. I mean, both of these defenses schemed well versus these 2 offenses. And man, it was a defensive battle both ways. Just a few plays went Atlanta way that I was shocked offensively, because the way this Louisiana Revolution defense was playing all game long, I mean, Brian Dynasty really just couldn't do anything going deep. They had these wide receivers for Atlanta, you know, I'm going to say on lock, because Boo Chisholm was locked up. Siege Falco had a pretty decent day at the office, 6 for 7 for 128 yards. You know, I mean, that's not being locked up there, but
he was their bell collar on offense, that's for sure.
Yeah, he most definitely was. Kyle Fenimore gave the team, you know, 5 receptions for 26 yards. That's just not enough, you know, from a number 3 wide receiver. But this play right here, he got behind the secondary, 24. Mike Ryan, not sure where he was. He must have been playing some type of 3 robber or so, or he probably was just
he got caught peeking in the backfield.
That had to be what happened. Or maybe he took a look at the tight end on that play, because that tight end does come on an out route on that play there. Maybe thought that he should try to pick up the tight end, but we just didn't get a good look at it. And Boo Chisholm made a play for it. And that was a beautiful play there by Tommy Utah.
Imagine if he caught that ball in stride.
Yeah, you're right. We're having a different conversation right now.
Yeah.
And here's Siege Falco with the player of the game. Well, everybody, that's going to do it this evening for this ball game between the Revolution of Louisiana and the Atlanta Swarm. My name is Damon Seaman. I was your play-by-play commentator tonight, and alongside me is my main man and good buddy, Eddie Gage. Send him home.
SFL Nation, we've been advised by the commissioner that Atlanta, now at 8-1, has clinched the East Division and the playoff spot. Congratulations goes out to that team. They've definitely improved. Arizona, I love y'all. We got a big game on Monday night, prime time, with the whole world watching. It's a rematch, unfinished business. I can't wait to get this one kicked off. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. Let's go kick some ass, guys. We out. Peace.
Is that what you're calling it? Unfinished business? I like that.
Unfinished business.
All right. We'll see you when we see you. Peace. Goodbye.